So I come in this video to plead for you to believe in yourself every step of the way in your life, any situation you're going through. Just believe in yourself. Believe in what comes through in thoughts that are quite quick in your mind, flash thoughts I call them, because they come and go and you think, oh, okay. Sometimes we don't even notice them, but when we start noticing them, we start listening, or sometimes we don't, we doubt it. But then when we get to the point that we're listening, that is your true intuition. We spoke about overreading intuition, we spoke about true intuition. When you start discerning those two and you start really looking into, right, I'm going to really work to find out how it comes through for me when it's true and how it comes through for me when it isn't. But I'm here for a plea to ask you to, regardless of any self-doubt, believe in yourself. Put the self-doubt to the side, believe in yourself. Because a lot of the times our self-doubt will create a spiritual bypass. But we can create a bypass to this spiritual bypass by believing in ourselves. So something just shifted within me today, and it's a knowing that I knew and I was going against it because I was searching for something that was, again, it was a spiritual bypass, so I didn't have to believe in myself. I've always wanted to channel entities, light beings, angels, and I wondered, and I struggled. I have a few connections which felt true, and I know I have connected, but a lot of the channeling I've done, it was through my soul, and I doubted it was coming from my soul, because I say, how am I supposed to know this? So I went through this channeling experience of myself through a lot of self-doubt and trying to search outside myself in other beings, in other entities, to validate that I could channel. And even though I had a few successful channels through different light beings and entities, I've doubted all the channeling I've done through my own soul. But at the same time, I was on that journey trying to find ways to channel entities and light beings. I also was going on that journey feeling a bit resistant to it, because I always felt that we have an inner knowingness, and that our soul is what brings that knowingness into us, and we needed to embody our soul as much as we can on this planet Earth. But I was also on that journey of trying to embody my soul and bringing all the fragments back to me, so I'm complete. I can feel whole again. So I was on that parallel journey, and one was conflicting with the other, isn't it? Because one, I'm here trying to find an entity to channel, and the other one here, I'm like, I'm going to embody myself, so I feel whole and complete and all that kind of stuff. So I knew I was in conflict. I knew there was conflict there, but I just couldn't see it. And then, as I doubted many of my own channeling from my own soul, I still shared, and I still put my name underneath, but I've shared from this place of doubt. And I did question, so why some people are actually active channelers of other entities? And they absolutely are. They're absolutely connecting with that which they're connecting, and it's beautiful. You can feel the consciousness they're connecting to when they send the message. But I also believe they can send messages out of their own soul entity. And I think my journey to try to connect to another entity came from my own self-doubt, to believe that I could channel through my own soul, because our soul has the same knowledge as any entity out there. We are part of creation, so we've been there. It's just that we are on the planet Earth covered with traumas, belief, and all sorts of dense physical things that makes it very difficult for us to see through it. But some ascended masters like Jesus and Buddha, they all have come to the physicality of the earth with that connection intact. Yeah. So we can, and that's all this talk about remembrance is coming from. Remembering who we are. This is the mission on earth for everyone, is to remember who we are, to have the experience on earth about all the emotions and all the trauma and all that kind of stuff that we go through, so that we can also, there's another parallel, which is then remembering who we are, bringing that enlightenment into the earth, bringing that soul embodiment into the earth, so that we can shift the earth as well to, you know, a 5D. So it's all parallel and it's all working together. But I did question, so why some people seem to be chosen to be channeling, and I'm not undermining anyone, it's not about that, but perhaps that is a mission as well. Perhaps there is a mission for them to channel other entities, to show us all that it's possible, to show us all that there are entities out there, to show us all that, you know, all the entities seems to know the same information, so therefore must be coming from the same source. So perhaps that's their mission, right? And accepting that their mission is that, and perhaps my mission isn't that, it's okay. It's okay. But I have always felt that I've always questioned, where is the channeling from their soul coming then? And that's when I started to go back into my own self-doubt to understand, so why am I doubting the channeling that I'm receiving? All this writing I'm receiving, all this information that's coming through, why am I doubting? And the more I doubt, the more difficult it becomes to live with it. So this shift this morning within myself about this information, about that all this time I've been channeling my soul's knowledge, my soul's wisdom, my soul's understanding of creation, of the divine, of the universe. How do I know all this information? You know, every healing I went through, something else came through to tell me a universal law or a universal information, or an entity came through, or, you know, like I said, I did have some experiences, not a lot, but a few. And I think as we're releasing traumas and giving space for that to go, then we open the space for this knowledge to come through and be shown to us. And I still doubted it. So if you are starting on the ascension path, your journey of understanding yourself, this rush that you feel, this urgency that you feel to look within, to go through your traumas, to clear it, to understand more about yourself, if you are in this urge, I would say start from the point of believing yourself, because there is a wave of ascension, you know, there's different ways of ascensions. Different people ascend at different times, and I'm sure that there is a wave behind the wave I've been through. I don't know how to explain it, but that perhaps went through a lot of self-doubt. But I'm asking you to bypass this spiritual bypass of self-doubt, if that makes sense, and really just believe in yourself and stamp your feet and go, no, I received this, I believe it. And see what happens, see what comes out, see if things align quicker and easier for you. Because as I entered the self-doubt, things weren't aligning that quickly. It was taking more steps to get aligned. So I know I was self-doubting. I know I was receiving already the information from day one, 2012. And I doubted every single information, because I was searching for something outside of myself. Again, I'm searching for connecting with entities because that felt more validated. And it's funny to think now, I'm just going through this now, that I would feel more validated and reaching out something outside myself that I couldn't tangibly touch it, than to actually believe in what was coming through my own mind, in my own heart. How is that possible that I got to that point? My God, just thinking about it now, I was so beyond of not believing myself that I believed in entities before I believed in myself. I believed in something not tangible, not in our reality right here, right now. Of course, they are here. But perhaps I had this understanding from my inner knowledge that, yes, they are here. So that was a starting point for me to actually believe in them before I believed in myself. But I see that as a spiritual bypass because of my self-doubt. If back then I didn't have the self-doubt and somebody told me, regardless, believe in yourself, ignore it, believe in yourself, I think that journey would have been much quicker, but I don't want to go backwards and think like that. I appreciate and I'm grateful for the journey I've had of self-doubt. I'm absolutely grateful for this journey of self-doubt because it has opened me up now to such a confidence, to such a understanding and a knowledge and a wisdom that it feels absolutely like open for me to go in it and use it and share it and be it. And it just feels that easy. I can be it. As before I was like, yeah, is it? You know? So this video is a plead for everyone. Believe in yourself. I just been through an experience and I felt like I needed another mentorship group where I was being mentored. And through the 6 months period, I had a few flash of about 4 or 5 times of information about how the information was being delivered. And it was on the lines of this reaching out outside of the person when the person had the knowledge themselves, but they didn't believe it. It was exactly that. So that was the mirror image for me, that it took me 6 months to see. It took me the end of the program for me to actually see it. And yes, I see it now and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for that journey in that group. I'm grateful for being able to see this and feel it in my skin, how grateful I am for this 11 years journey of self-doubt. Perhaps even longer, because I didn't realize I had self-doubt until I realized I did. So I was living in it all my life. But no self-doubt anymore. No self-doubt anymore. And right now I'm feeling my navel chakra. So I'm going to do a little bit of energy centering just in case this information has brought you any enlightenment or uneasiness. And I want you to just one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly button. Just center yourself, quiet yourself. And I want you to breathe in through your heart, down inside your body, and then out through your navel. And you're going to do a few cycles in, and when we're going to do this together. And let's integrate this information of believing in yourself deep within your cells, deep within your being. Your navel is your being, your heart is your knowing. I want you to integrate this through your heart, out through your navel, back into your heart, out through your navel. So you're not losing the energy. It's a complete cycle that you are transmuting as you go through one, out the other, back into one, out the other. And I want you to visualize, if you can. Visualize what color is going in, what color is coming out. Is it changing colors? It doesn't matter, whatever is happening. The transmutation is happening. So bring that into your own cells, into your own tissues, into your heart, into your mind of self-belief. This is a beautiful integration of self-belief in everything that you do, in everything that you think, in everything that you are. Keep the flow of the cycle going nice and easy within yourself until it feels easy, until it feels open, until it feels released, until it feels completed, until it feels integrated. It's a feeling that you're going to find yourself. Don't push it into that feeling. Just breathe in and out and allow it to come through for you at its own time. Allow it to come through to you at its own time. Trust that this integration is happening for self-belief. You trusting, you believing. And it's starting to ease off really nicely. Starting to move and shift a bit more. And I want you to keep breathing through your heart, out your navel. Now I want you to gather this energy. Gather this energy. Bring it into your heart. I send you love and light, and believe in yourself.